my goodness! A very good morning. I am Griffin Epstein, joining you here from the Healdsburg High School gym as your Petaluma High wrestling team has ventured up to Healdsburg for the SCL Wrestling Championship as they look to complete back-to-back SCL championships after they won their first SCL League Wrestling title in 18 years. Last year in Sonoma, it was a historic moment for them. They're looking to do it once again in their final year in SCL before league realignment next year. And there's a lot of excitement in this full gym behind me. All 7 teams from SCL were here, and lots of wrestlers with strong hopes. The top 3 in each weight class get to advance to the NCS Wrestling individual tournament next week, so multiple individuals for Petaluma are looking to achieve that as well. Well, the team which went undefeated 6-0 in the regular season needs strong performances today to close out the title and put another banner up on the gym. We will have a full day of wrestling. We'll have as much coverage of all the top matches, weight classes, and all the way into the championship matches, a couple matchups that should be really good between some Trojans and some of the other top wrestlers here in SCL. It should be a fun day, and all the top matches are coming up next right here on Trojan Live. And we welcome you now up top here of the stands at Healdsburg High School Gym. The players from all 7 SCL squads are making their way into the locker room. The national anthem is coming up in just a moment, and then we will start wrestling here. The Trojans are at a little bit of a disadvantage in some ways because some of their wrestlers were so dominant that they will get buys. Many of them into the semifinals or finals already of their weight classes. However, you do not earn points for that. You only earn points when you win matches. So Sonoma and Healdsburg both think they still have shots at a league title today. Because of that, the Trojans are going to have a lot of pressure on some of their top matches in this one, but they have a lot of favorites, a lot of high seeds. Should be a packed gym, and we've got 2 mats here. A lot of fans have turned in to this one. We'll be starting in a couple minutes with the 106 weight class, which should be interesting. Nick Trave, the Trojan wrestler, he's going to take on Preston Bogan, and that last name might sound familiar. That's the younger brother of Trevor Bogan, who's at 115 and was the winner of NCS at 115 last year. He's the heavy favorite to win that again, though he could potentially see Cindy Diaz, the Trojans' top girls wrestler, in the finals of that one. A couple other matchups. Couple other running through the other weight classes. Charlie Winter is the 1 seed in 122 and certainly the heavy favorite in that one. He finished 3rd in SCL last year, but this year the favorite. Max Shattuck has a full weight class at 128, so he's going to have to go through a lot of wrestlers, but he's the favorite to win there. Connor Patterson, who's arguably the top wrestler on the Trojans, currently projected to be a 6 seed in NCS at that next weekend in Hayward, though the seedings will come out tomorrow for that. He's the heavy favorite at 134. 140, Liam O'Neill, also a favorite for the Trojans, went through the regular season of SCL in the dual meets undefeated. Colton Prieto has battled through some injuries at 147. He has not lost when he's wrestled, though. He only came back about 2 weeks ago from a broken arm. And at 154, Curtis Gogenhauer has a loss to Ethan Williams of Healdsburg, so he will start in the semifinals. That's a small weight class. He is trying to defend his weight class from last year, but he struggled a little bit more this year with a couple strong wrestlers at 154. 162, Tony Vitale, already into the championships for Petaluma, with undefeated in the SCL regular season, and he'll be going up probably most likely against Hank Schrodinger of Sonoma, who he had an exciting victory against when they faced off back in January in their dual meet, which the Trojans won. 172, the Trojans team captain Derek Pomi automatically into the semifinals, looking to win his first SCL individual wrestling championship. He's certainly the favorite there. 184. The Trojans heavier weight classes, a little bit weaker. Chris Oliveira is the Trojans wrestler there. At 197, Fernando Marshall is the Trojan wrestler. He's had a couple losses this year. He'd have to be a surprise if he was able to take home a title, but certainly a chance at NCS. And finally at 222, Daniel DeCarli could face Tyler Winslow in the final. That could be one of the top matches that we could see. And at 287, for Derek Honey is the Trojans' heavyweight wrestler. Here come the wrestlers starting to enter the stage. Annalie is coming in first. We mentioned Bagan. He is arguably the top wrestler in Sonoma County. You can see him in the black shirt right there at 113, but his brother is pretty good as well. Trevor Bagan, a senior, and what a career he has had. We mentioned he won NCS last year, got to go to the state tournament. He is quite a player. El Molino coming up next, a smaller squad. Then you have Healdsburg after them, and we talked about it. They certainly have a shot still at the league title. The Trojans were able to get by them 2 weeks ago when they faced in their dual meet, about 50-12 in that one. But Healdsburg got a deep team. They still have an outside chance at a league title. A little bit of a dark horse, someone to watch out. And then you see the Petaluma Trojans led by head coach Schlosser and assistant coach Butts. And the Trojans have by far the largest wrestling team here out of the 7, and numbers are so key. You see it, they taken a while to come out of the tunnel, a lot bigger than anybody else. We also had Elsie Allen stuck in there as well. They have a couple really good wrestlers. They're a small team, but they could challenge for a wrestling title. And then Piner making their way out after the Trojans, another small team. And finally, Trojans nemesis Sonoma. These have been the two that have done battle for the last couple years. Sonoma had a grip on the SCL title, and it was not until last year that the Trojans finally unseated them for their first SCL victory in SCL wrestling title in 18 years. Mentioned Tyler Winslow. He finished 3rd at NCS last year, qualified for the state tournament, and he could have a fantastic matchup with Daniel DeCarli, who's trying to win his weight class as well. They did not face each other when they wrestled, when Sonoma came to Petaluma and wrestled. National Anthem is coming up next, and we'll bring the wrestling to you right after the National Anthem. And we will start off the wrestling with a JV match this is at 105 between Brooklyn Shattuck and Peter Elias, both of Petaluma. And Brooklyn has to be the heavy favorite here. She is headed to the state tournament. We're going to stop to go out of bounds. She gets 2 points for the takedown, so quickly up 2-0. 130 for each round, 3 rounds, JV wrestling. Brooklyn Shattuck headed to the state tournament next week for girls wrestling. She won at 106 in NCS as a freshman. She was the state champion last year in her weight class in the junior high. And she is something special in wrestling, girls wrestling overall. She'll certainly be on the varsity team, but the Trojans, she could be on the varsity team now, but the Trojans deciding to give her the JV spot, not take away from someone else. Elias battling hard here. He's got 1 point for a reversal. 25 seconds left to go here in the first round. Elias also a freshman. Now Shattuck, good job turning over, trying to get the pin before the end of this round. 2 points for the takedown there. Good job by Elias to get away. And that is the end of round 1. Normally 2 minutes for varsity wrestling, but 1:30 for JV. And both of these wrestlers also members of the cross-country team as well, in top prime condition. Wrestling championships for the girls next weekend will be held in Fresno. And then the boys are a weekend after that at the Rabobank Arena in Bakersfield. Who knows what Shattuck can do at state. She won it all last year in the junior high. Of course, she's only a freshman. She's going to have to go up against much more mature wrestlers. It's not going to be easy. But I think she's absolutely got a shot. Now up 7-1. In control over Elias. Good escape by Elias. Gets him another point to go to 7-2. Two match here, so 2 matches going on. Had a couple first round matches. No Trojans in the first round. I'll call a penalty for the hands around the head, so 2 more points for Elias. Makes it 8-4. 38.5 seconds left in the second round. Shattuck trying to get away to secure a couple more points. Elias doing a good job battling. He's holding on tight. Another hands penalty, though. That'll be another point for Shattuck. Can't allow the easy points against a more skilled wrestler for Elias, but he's only a freshman, and there's so much depth on this Trojan team. We're going to show you a couple more JV matches before we get to the varsity, and they have certainly filled the JV bracket a lot more than other teams. Numbers are so key in wrestling, and the Trojans have been able to develop that, and the more successful you become, the more people are going to want to wrestle for you. Come to Petaluma for wrestling. 10-4 now. Good job by Shattuck. Get the takedown, 12-4. And that will do it for the second round. 12-4. Shattuck in complete control of this one, trying to move on to the championship round of the 108 JV. We haven't seen that other semifinal match between Malaya Millwood of Annalee and Cullen Ferrero of Petaluma. Shattuck got another point for the escape there. (15-6), under a minute left in this one. Shattuck just hasn't been able to get the pin. It's credit to Elias for battling, and you know they practice a lot together. It's probably fun for them to be able to wrestle together as well and have this battle. And here comes Shattuck trying to finish Elias off. And she has with the pin with 40.1 seconds left. Well done by Shattuck, but it was a good battle by Elias. He was up against a much more talented and experienced wrestlers. Elias' first year of wrestling. And speaking of the Trojans, they have another wrestler. This is Joe Grob at the 113, taking on James Bonds of Sonoma, and this looks pretty tight so far. No score in the first round. Now there's Grob with the takedown. He gets 2. A sophomore, second-year wrestler. Sonoma's really the only other team with immense numbers that can produce a lot of JV wrestlers. And Bounds will get the points for the takedown, 2-2. And now outside the circle, they'll stop it with 16.8 left. (4-2) now. They give 2 more to Grob, so. And Bounds elects to start on the bottom. Should be tight, so every point is critical if you can just get an escape. Great job by Grob, though. He's not letting that happen. End of round 1. 4-2 here. Grob trying to move on to the championship of the 113 in JV. Winner will face either Logan Bailey or Henry Gomez of Healdsburg. It's obviously championship JV, not the same as varsity, but can be an important moment for the development of your younger wrestlers and for your confidence as an individual to say you're a champion. Trojans don't have a huge junior class this year, but next year there's going to be a mass exodus with this junior class that has helped so much to rebuild this Petaluma wrestling program. They have about 10, 20 strong, started in the junior high, built up there, and really have developed well. Still 4-2 here. It's Bounds who's trying to get the escape right now. And Grob is not letting him have it. Wonderful strength. Locking of the hands penalty by Grob. So 1 point to Bounds. This is going to be tight.
Okay, here we go. JV 132 to 137. JV 132 to 137. Boxer, Sonoma, Betancourt, Petaluma. Ratto, Petaluma, Pomi, Petaluma.
Still a couple more JV matches to go before we get to the semifinals and finals of Varsity to decide the SCL champion. It's the final wrestling match as well for the JV. Some of the JVs, though some of them, will get to head to Frosh State, which is always a good experience. And the Trojans performed well out last year with now the junior class that were sophomores. Grob so close to an escape, but he just couldn't get there. And that's the end of 2. On the other mat, Alyssa Archer got a very quick pin to advance at the 120. Defeats Carla Mendoza of Annalee. At the match right now to watch is Joe Grob and James Bounds of Sonoma. Escape there, great job by Grob. Ties it at 5. Going for the legs there by Bounds. So close to the takedown points. Just couldn't finish. And now great job by Grob to turn it around. And he gets 2 points for the takedown. It was a risky move by Bounds to go for it, be aggressive. Now he's really got to get aggressive, and he does. He gets the 2 points. 7-all. And out of bounds 36.6, and we are dead even here at 7. This one has been even and really fun to watch. Sometimes one wrestler is just superbly better, and we'll see that at points today, than the other one. And it's just a matter, it's not a matter of if, but when. Certainly not in this one. Grob elects to start under, trying to get that 1 point for the escape that would win it. A lot of cheering now with this one tight. Many of the Trojan wrestlers you can see on the side there as they go out. Waiting, encouraging. It's a full team, you got plenty of time here. Trojans that number about 30 wrestlers. Sonoma has about second, I think, with about 20. Everyone else, Healdsburg maybe 15, most others about 10. There's the escape by Grob. Now he's just got to settle and finish it off. That's why you want to start under. He just got away. Now he's got Bounds in the right position. And Joe Grob is going to finish it off. He's going to get 2 more points for the takedown there. And he's going to get a fantastic victory here. 6 seconds left. The Sonoma coach isn't happy about it. But Grob All he needed was the escape. Once he got that, it was, you could tell, disappointment. The air getting let out of the balloon by bounds. Still 6 seconds to finish it off, and Grob to move on to the finals. A lot of support provided there, helped them get through. That is it. 10-8 will be the final score. That was certainly the best match we've seen so far this morning here at Healdsburg. He's on to the finals. Well, we've got a little bit more Petaluma v. Petaluma. It is not live, but it will be up tonight on the YouTube channel, so you can see the whole thing there. Yeah. We've got a whole, another Petaluma v. Petaluma match, as it's Dante Ratto and Logan Pomi. And Ratto on top here early, gets the 2 points for the takedown. Ratto, a sophomore. Pomi, the younger sister of team captain Derek Pomi, is a freshman, and she finished second in state last year at the junior high, only behind, you guessed it, Brooklyn Shattuck. Sunshine Sadler, you see in a couple minutes, the one of those three really outstanding girls wrestlers that have come up as freshmen for the Trojans. Cindy Diaz, another member that has been so good for the Trojans, the girls, along with Solali Calderon, 2 seniors that will be gone. Thought Diaz might have a chance to go to state, but she dropped our second match at NCS girls last weekend. She battled back, won her constellation matches to finish 5th, but it wasn't enough. She lost too early. You have to finish 3rd or higher to win it. Rattle's gotten 2 more points for another takedown. That's the end of one. 4-0 Rattle. Good battle by the sophomore so far. Winner of this will take on winner of Lucas Betancourt of the Trojans and David Berard of the Dragons. I'll give it 4-1. They give a technical penalty to Ratto, so 1 point to Pomi. It's a strong wrestling family, the Pomis, and you know Derek has taught Logan a lot, especially Derek's outstanding leadership skills. And now Pomi is taking the aggressiveness. Ratto with that scissor move with the legs, just trying to stay afloat right now. Make some adjustments to the start of your round. You can really turn around a match. And now a chance for the pin for Pomi. Ratto just able to keep those legs moving and off the ground. Ref taking a close look. There it is. That was a great job by Logan. Pomi was down early in that first round. Ratto had the upper hand, and then Pomi showed her skill. She's going to be nearly as outstanding as Shattuck, especially with her older brother as her coach and mentor, and she gets by her teammate in Ratto to move on to the championship at 152. And back on the other mat, yeah, the Trojans have a lot of JV wrestlers. Only team to fill every weight class in the varsity level. And here we have no score early in the first, as it is Mario Zarco, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Dominic Butts. And 2-0, he just got a takedown point there. Okay, this is the 128, Dominic Butts taking on Eric Hudson of Sonoma, and up 2-0 early. Second round. Butts has gotten some varsity time as well, so the Trojans are likely going to dominate this JV. Trojan coaches are awfully busy on both mats right now, trying to cheer them on. Head coach Schlosser right there, urging butts on, who got one more technical point there to make it 3-0. But a good battle so far by Hudson not to succumb. Winner will face Owen Smith of Healdsburg in the championship. Trying to get Hudson to the ground. There it is. Big takedown by Butts. Yeah, he's used so much strength there to bully your opponent to the ground. Nothing here as we have reached the end of round number 2, and it's Dominic Butts in control. While we wait for the Butts match to resume, which has been stopped due to some blood spelt by the Sonoma wrestler, we have Max Winslow and Sunshine Sadler in an all Petaluma bracket at 146. Joe Urian and David Pacheco on the other side. 2 quick points there for Winslow. And Sadler, that other freshman girl that we mentioned that got to the state tournament as well last year. Butts on the other side now up 7-0 with another takedown. He looks to be in control here to move on to the finals. Going to the legs there, and 2 more for a takedown, 10-0. And Butts should move on to the finals, so back over to Sadler and Winslow, 2 strong, talented wrestlers, both freshmen. They'll be certainly on varsity in 2 years. Trojans are winning a lot of these JV matches, and they are showing the future is very bright here. Trojans will be in a new league next year. Sonoma will remain in their league, so that will be competitive. Casa really has built a strong wrestling program as well, so we'll see Casa Grande there as well, along with American Canyon, Napa Vintage, Justin Sienna, all from Napa County. Should be a much more competitive league. End of round 2, 5-0. It is Winslow in front of Sadler. Butts has just gotten the pin on the other side to move on. 3rd and final round here. Busy JV affair. Finals getting ready to start in just a moment in the JV matches, and then semifinals for varsity, as we will see if the Trojans can go back-to-back SCL titles plus individuals. You win your semifinal match, you are headed to NCS next weekend, and that's always a big accomplishment, something that Coach Schlosser talks about as being so important. Going to the legs there is Winslow. Just a little bit more speed out there. 9-0 now with that takedown. He's in control. She's in control. He's in control, excuse me. Under a minute. Just got her in that grip. It's hard to get away there if you're Sadler. She's a little bit in the shadow of the other 2, but she's battled hard as well. 11-1, we'll just give her the escape. And Max Winslow is going to move on to the finals. Good battle on this other side of the mat. More Trojans, a lot of purple on the mat so far, as it is Jacob Betancourt taking on Nicholas Tarku of Sonoma. And Tarku up a point here, 3-2. 30 seconds left in the first. And it's Betancourt that's been under the pressure. Oh, that was a really good job there by Betancourt. Looked like he was going to get the takedown, but was able to keep his knee on the ground. And now they are off the mat. 20.5 left here, an even good match. Betancourt's got to find a way to escape, get out, get some points here. When you're in that defensive position, there's just not a lot you can do. There he tries before the end of the first round. He's not going to get there. 3-2, Tarku in front. Two more rounds here, 130. Remember, varsity is 2 minutes, but a little shorter here for the JV. So we've reached the late morning stages here from Healdsburg High School. It's a differing SCL host every year. Last year, Sonoma was the host. Trojans hosted it a couple years before that. Whistle there, and I believe we're going to have an arms or hands infraction, and it will be I'm not sure if they're going to give it. Assistant coach for the Trojans having a conversation with the referee. You can't lock your hands with the interlock, almost lattice grip. It's a penalty, 1 point for the opponent if you do so. The Trojan coaches weren't happy about this. This is a tight battle. Ready to resume again. Betancourt will start on the bottom. Trying to get away, but he can't. Good battle by Tarka. They do give Betancourt, though, a point for that interlocking grip. Betancourt trying to turn it around. Now he has up on top. Still trailing 5-3 though. .25 seconds left in the second round. Now Betancourt's got a chance at a pin now here in an offensive position. He has really turned this match up and turned around the last minute, brought a new level of intensity he didn't have, made a couple adjustments. That's all you need. End of 2. And now it's Betancourt in front, 8-3. Start of the third here, Betancourt looking to close out and move on to the finals where he will take on Daxton Hogya. Another member of the Trojans, all Petaluma final there. Betancourt, a junior, as is Hogya. They've been any other school, they'd be in the varsity lineup, but Betancourt's had some varsity matches he's wrestled in as well for the Trojans. Same with Hogya. Talked about it with Butts. They're both really on the edge there. And trying to get the pin there is Betancourt, but his head got stuck underneath, and now he gets an escape. Great job there. Some late aggressiveness, though, from Tarka is making this match a little bit more interesting. He did get 2 points for the takedown. It's made it 8-6. Oh, great job by Betancourt. Getting up out of that interlock, putting him down, and then getting the pin. Oh, there was varying level of intensity by both wrestlers, but in the end, Betancourt had a little bit more. All that conditioning and hard work comes to play, and he's on to the finals. On the other end, we have another tight Petaluma-Sonoma match. We might be seeing some of those in the varsity as well. It is Jack Santos taking on Christopher Davum at 151 for Sonoma. Winner to face Mario Zarco in the finals. And it's Santos up just 1-0 here. It's been tentative by both even wrestlers. And third and final round between these two to decide a victor. Trojans still have not lost a match yet. Had to battle hard, especially against a couple good Dragon wrestlers. Dragons have plenty of depth as well. Really dominated SCL for such a long time. They won 3 straight championships before the Trojans took it from them last year. It was such a big moment. They beat Sonoma in the dual match by 1 point, and that was really the difference, that they were able to win that by 1 point against the Dragons that it came into favorites last year. A group composed of majority of underclassmen on the varsity roster. They won last year, and now they can win today. It feels like it's a full-on powerhouse. The dynasty is there, and they're going to go up, get some really good wrestlers. Napa has some outstanding wrestlers. Same with American Canyon. Santos on top here. You can see Captain Connor Patterson, Trojan coaches trying to encourage him on. Great job by Santos. He got the upper hand, and now with the takedown, 3-0. 20 seconds left, and not a lot Davum could do right now. Santos so strong. Just remember the freshman football team. He's just been in control here. He's not the most aggressive wrestler, but as long as you get the W, that is truly what counts the most. And that will do it. Victory for Santos. And we're going to have the finals of the JV Wrestling coming up next. And we have our first final JV championship match. It is Sarah Cook Markovic taking on Samuel Weiser of Sonoma Valley at the 170. First round, no score. The highest weight class here in JV. Sarah Cook Markovic, a junior. And a strong move to the legs there. Not able to muster the points, though. And now the reversal and 2 points for Weisener. Seven seconds left here. And before we reach the end of the first, we have a penalty. I think Markovic was hit in the head flagrantly. Well, no points awarded. Still 2-0. Markovic deciding to start on bottom. It will not give the Dragons the points for that. So Hart started before, so 2-0. 1 round gone here. Markovic trying to be a JV champion. But she's got work to do. Start of the second round here. Varsity wrestlers have just been called, so we'll start with 108. We'll see Nick Triva in action. Just a few minutes. The fantastic freshman for the Trojans at the varsity. He's been pretty dominant this year, but he does have the 1 loss to the younger Boggett brother, I believe is a sophomore. Hand penalty is called, and that means 1 point for Markovic. So now 4-2. Tries to start on bottom, needs a couple more points to be made up here. And another penalty. This time it's on Markovic, and it's the second one she's given up. So even out there, especially both wrestlers a little tentative. can't give away those easy ones like that. 5-2. .46 seconds left to go in the second. Markovic is going to have to take on a little bit new mentality, a little bit more aggression, I think. .62 now. I see so much tentativeness by both wrestlers. And there's Weisner taking the aggression. And that will be the end of 2. 6-4, Markovic hanging around, but sort of feels like she's under control. She's been controlled almost by Weisner, who's done a strong job through 2 rounds. Start of the third here. Markovic decides to start on top. Like supports for a takedown, trailing 8-2. And now Markovic on top. She's got to hurry, though. She's got a minute. You normally would like to stay in that position, work your way, get a couple points, sort through your strategy, but time is at a premium. It's still 8-2. Markovic just cannot. I mean, you could almost get a pin in the position that she got the dragon in, Weisner. But just hasn't been able to do it. 20 seconds left. Gets away. We're about to have our first varsity match start on the other mat. So Markovic is going to fall short there, 9-2. Let's get you to our first varsity match. Trojans officially start their quest here for a title. It is Nick Trave at 106. Markovic has just officially lost on the other mat, and Trave is facing from El Molino. Get you the name in just a minute, but he gets up early 2-0 for the takedown. There's another one, 4-0. And now out with 1:23 left, full 2 minutes. He is taking on Eric Diamond of El Molino. Mentioned Preston Baggin, younger brother here. He will take on Wyatt Paw on the other mat for the other semifinal of this one. 2 winners of this will face off in the finals about an hour or so. Trave in complete control. He's such a skilled wrestler due to his father, who owns a prestigious wrestling camp and class. And Trave has had some remarkable performances, with 2nd at the Pittsburgh Invite, 2nd at the Snowden Memorial, won his weight class at the Wolfpack Invitational, won at the Green and Gold Tournament, which was one of his first wrestling meets, only as a freshman, and 2nd at Healdsburg Duels as well. He has done very well, and his only loss in league, actually no losses in league, he didn't face Boggin in league, but his only loss recently was to Blake Fredrickson of Windsor in the NCS Duels last weekend, trying to get a pin now, still up just 2-0. It's got him a complete lock. He's just going to hold on to the end of the round, but he's certainly in control right now. There's a lot of work to do if you're Wyatt, or excuse me, if you're Eric Diamond, trying to turn something around here for the Lions. Baggin is just one on, Baggin, excuse me, is just one on the other mat, so if Trave can finish off Diamond here, he will face Preston Baggin. It should be a good matchup between two young and talented wrestlers at 106. The lightest wrestlers you'll see, and it's a very different type of wrestling than we'll see later at the higher weight classes at 202, heavyweight, which have some good matches, but it's 2 more points there for the reversal. Now 7-0. It's much more versatile, quick moving here, and really using your athleticism. While with Trave under control, the Trojans will continue at 113 with their favorite and undefeated 1 seed Charlie Winter at the 122. Winter is taking on Zach Fogg of Annalee, who got a victory earlier to get here. And he's quickly up 2-0 on a takedown. It's a good effort by Winter right now. He's a skilled wrestler. Trave has just gotten the pin on the other mat. Not a surprise the way he was dominating that. Winter feels like he's in control here. A lot of these Trojan wrestlers are just so much more talented, and they've been so dominant this year. And Winter's just got Fogg totally wrapped up right now. Charlie Winter 20-9 on the year. Finished 3rd in league, so he got to go to NCS last year. Now he's the favorite in his weight class, and he's just gotten the pin. That was practically an abusive match there. It was a complete mismatch. He was just completely dominant. There was never really a chance that Fogg would be competitive. Winter's on to the championship match. Trave is on to the championship match. Let's see if Cindy Diaz can do the same here at the 113. The senior girl was seeded number 1 at NCS at 113 for the girls last weekend, but as we mentioned, suffered an early tough loss, and it was too early to get her back in contention. Even though she won out in the constellation bracket, she finished 5th overall. This will be her final tournament here of her prestigious career. She is taking on Logan Valerie of Healdsburg, and Valerie now on top. Cindy Diaz has a very unique wrestling style. She's very calm, she's not aggressive, and she slowly will chip away at points. You see it right there with the escape, but she is down 2-1 already. Fast and furious, these varsity matches coming. Max Shattuck about to start on the other match. Favorite in the 126. And Diaz doesn't get a lot of pins, and it's risky because often her matches are close because she's just not an aggressive wrestler. She chips away points, she finds a way to win. It's a fun style to watch, though. And it's been so effective for her in her career. She's blossomed. Other wrestling powerhouses tried to pry her away from Petaluma, but she stuck out at purple and white. Now she's got the takedown, and it looks like she's might get the pin. But lucky for Valerie, he was just able to get himself out of bounds, and they're able to reset in the middle. She'll get another point, 2 points for the takedown though, 3-2. Shattuck up 2-0 in his semifinal match. And if the Trojans can get everyone into their championship matches, they win at least half of them, they're going to be SCL champions. So far, they've been pretty dominant in everything. Now it's 5-2 Diaz. 4 seconds left here in the round. And the arm bar. It's cruel torture from Diaz.
5-2. Shattuck's in a good battle. Mentha Jr. 4-1 the score as they near the end of the first. Shattuck taking on Asher Widdows B of El Molino. 4-1 as they head out of bounds. Back over to Diaz, and if Diaz closes this out, Trevor Bogon already waiting in the championship match. What a good one that could be against the talented Bogon, but if Diaz could pull the upset there, that could certainly be something that she would remember for her rest of her wrestling career and be an SCL champion, long dominated by boys. Where a girl's gonna break through and win that. Good battle there, 5-2, and suddenly in the pin position. Diaz was trying to get away from Valerie, and Valerie is in control. What a turnaround here. Diaz able to get her legs away, but there is the pin. Cindy Diaz is shocked. And that's the first of a couple things to happen here for Healdsburg and Sedova to be hopeful. Have a wrestler god. Diaz is upset by Logan Valerie, who turned around that match in the second round there. And the Trojans will not win at 113. Shattuck trying to make things happen at the 128. He's up 5-1 here. 133 left here in the second round. And Shattuck in the offensive position trying to get the Trojan supporters back hopeful again. And such an advantageous position right now. He's small and he's so physical. Really impressive. And Widdows B unable to sustain it for so long. There's the pin for the junior wrestler, Max Shattuck. One of the funnest guys to be around. A great guy, he's had so much success. And you win here, you know you're going to NCS now. Automatically qualifying for that. He'll head to the championship match a little bit later on to try to become an SCL individual champion. 138, start of these semifinals as it's Liam O'Neill of Petaluma taking on George Albers of Healdsburg. Albers 6-13. O'Neill, the 1 seed coming in, did not lose in SCL. He's 27-8. The junior, Albers a sophomore. And O'Neill with 2 quick points there on the takedown. And now out of bounds. O'Neill's had a fantastic season. Won all of his matches at the Healdsburg Dual Tournament, was 3rd at the Green and Gold Tournament, 3rd at the Dawn to Dust Tournament, 6th at King of the Mat, 2nd at the Wolfpack. And last year, lost in the SCL Championship match, but still got to go to NCS. And this year is the 1 seed. He's trying to win it. Needs to beat Albers first here. He's already in an offensive position. Albers trying to roll away, but there's the pin. Yeah, you don't want to be in your back like that, and O'Neill knew exactly what he was doing the whole time. He's such a smart wrestler, and took less than 30 seconds for O'Neill to get the easy victory and move on to the finals. The team captain for the Trojans, Connor Patterson, and possibly the top wrestler for Petaluma, 32-6. At the 132 in the semifinals here, he will be taking on, from El Molino, Angel Aguilar. Patterson, a great leader, but he's an outstanding wrestler. Mentioned earlier, 6th is his projected seed at NCS. Tomorrow, the NCS will release the entire seeding for where every wrestler is, but those projections are pretty accurate. But if he wins if he can win the league here, and he won it last year as well, if he wins it here, he should be at least 6th, if not even a little higher. Had some outstanding performances, won the Stoughton Memorial Tournament, undefeated the Healdsburg Dual Tournament, won the Dawn to Dust Tournament, 3rd at Green to Gold, 7th at prestigious Tim Brown. A lot of good results. He has not done a lot of losing. Up 2-0 here. And he's already got Aguilar in a painful grip. There's the pin. Great job by Patterson, and he's on into the finals. 147, we will see Colt Prieto, the 1 seed, take on Dylan Dunkel of Healdsburg. Prieto tried to defend his 147 title from last year. The junior, mentioned, went through some injuries, broke his hand down at the Aptos tournament in December. He still got a light cast on it, but he was out for the entire first half of the SCL season to battle through injury, but it really feels like he's starting to get back into it and back to his top form. High expectations, I think, for him at NCS as well. Overall, 25-6 on the season, and includes first, I did not lose at the Healdsburg Duels, 4th at Green and Gold, 3rd at Dawn to Dusk, and 6th at that Petaluma Aptos tournament, where he might have gone farther, but broke his hand. Still back out there, battled through it. Pretty remarkable. Out of bounds there. No score so far. Other stories so far in some of the matches we have in Sonoma has been dominant in a lot of their matches, and we thought maybe with these 2 strong squads and the Dragons and the Trojans, could we see almost a dual match in the finals? And so far it's looking like that a lot. We're going to see a lot of Trojans versus Dragons, and those matches could decide who's hoisting the pennant. Does the Dragons get the revenge, or do the Trojans go back-to-back? Been nemesis for a long time. It'll continue next year, but they'll have a lot of other good teams in the league. Prieto with the offensive position here, but hasn't been able to totally get the upper hand yet on Dylan Dunkel. 18 seconds left, still no score. Prieto's got him in the head, but can't get him to the ground. Good strength by Dunkel. Prieto's running back on the varsity football team, known for his strength. Trying to get Dunkel there, but nothing doing so far in this first round. No score after 2 minutes. Pretty tentative for both as well. Always wonder about the nerves as well. It's one of the biggest stages that all these wrestlers will be in. Means a lot for all of them. Prieto elects to start on top. Low scoring enough, 1 point could be big. Prieto can't get away. Oh, and now the hands penalty. That is killer by Dunkel just to give Prieto a point. He's really battling well against an outstanding wrestler. Can't give him 3 points. See the explosion there by the junior trying to get away. Add another point with the escape, but now getting on the back is Dunkel. Oh my goodness. Prieto in that upside down position. It's almost a gymnast there. I don't know what they call that in yoga. They're interlocked each other. They're gonna finally blow the whistle. Prieto had him in the leg lock, a la WWE style. Still 1-0. Now Dunkel trying to get Prieto up in the air, but Prieto trying to keep him down, and Prieto with a wonderful spin as Dunkel trying to shake the offense. He gets the reversal. 3-0, that was huge, and now he's in an offensive position. He's going to try to finish off Dunkel. Some of these semifinal matches haven't been close. This one absolutely has been. It's really been a good one. Two more points for a takedown. Prieto spinning him. around, trying to get him on his back, but Dunkel has really fought valiantly for the Greyhounds here in his home gym. 30 seconds left of the second round. Often that first round is just a feeling out process. That second round is really where you start to take the aggressiveness. Prieto gets back on top. Get 2 more for the reversal. 5 seconds left. And Dunkel just was able to step out of bounds. Curtis Goggenhauer about to start his title defense on the other mat. We'll check out Goggenhauer in just a minute at the 154. Goggenhauer taking on Daniel Gallo of Sonoma. That's the end of 2. It's all Prieto 2-0. Goggenhauer, one of the few senior wrestlers on this varsity squad, be graduating as a 2-0 lead early here for the Trojans. He's not the 1 seed. He lost last week, 2 weeks ago, to Ethan Williams of Healdsburg, who is awaiting the winner of this one in the finals. Goggenhauer 9-11, finished 7th at King of the Mat. Trying to move on to NCS, which automatically get with the victory here. And there is the pin. That was clockwork from Goggenhauer. Got his leg, got in control, made it look easy. It didn't even look like a lot of effort put out from Goggenhauer. And he's easily on to a big finals match. That should be one of the funner ones. Prieto still battling hard, up 8-0 here. Can't finish off Dunkel, and pins absolutely do impact that scoring. And the way Sonoma has won a fair amount of their matches, every point could be critical. This could be absolutely closer than we thought it was going to be. The Dragons are wrestling very well so far today. They want revenge. Dunkel just able to get that leg. Now he is turned around in the pin position. Just able to arc his back up off the ground.
Okay, here we go. Championship finals, 180.
36. And there is the pin. That was hard fought from Colton Prieto. Dunkel really gave it a valiant fight for the Greyhounds, but just not enough. Prieto able to turn around that second round with aggression, a couple reversals, and he was in control, the stronger man. Derek Pomi will have his semifinal match at the 172. He is taking on Daniel Navala of Healdsburg. Pomi, the other captain, along with Patterson, Jr., so on the baseball team, and one of the great leaders on this team. Always works so hard, so responsible, mature well behind his years, and always willing to work harder for his goals. Players draw out here, no score. Chris Oliveira on the other mat. So they head out of bounds. Oliveira is taking on Julian McLeod, with the winner to take on Boyd Heng of Elsie Allen, who's an outstanding wrestler. Oliveira, you can see, has McLeod in a grip. McLeod's going to run out of bounds, though. Oliveira up 2-0 there. 1 minute left. 1 minute left here as well. And Pomi trying to get his first point on Navala, but often that strategy early to hang around, especially if you're the weaker wrestler, you get out of bounds, you find ways to keep points off the board, and so far Navala's done a good job of that. Pomi now with some aggressiveness goes to the legs. 2 points for the takedown. And Pomi turns him around, and now he's got him in the pin grip. Just able to get away is Navala. Pomi looking to win his first SCL Wrestling Championship. He's got it. On to the finals, where we'll shot at just that. Easy pin victory. He will take on Mario Coronado of Sonoma in the next match. Meanwhile, Chris Oliveira, another junior. Match has been temporarily stopped. He's up 2-1 with a minute left in the first round. At the 184s, we have gotten to the higher weight classes now. Oliveira 13-9. And second at both the Snowden Memorial and the Wolfpack. And he's in a strong offensive position right now. Navala is a junior as well. I'm sorry, Ruiz, a junior. 38 seconds left. And Oliveira has McLeod in an arm lock. There's a whistle and a infraction on Oliveira, and we're tied at 2 here, even though Oliveira's been the better wrestler early here. Great job by Oliveira, turning around, getting him in the pin position, and then a reversal. Oh, wow. And suddenly Oliveira is in a defensive position. What a wonderful move by McLeod to end the round and tie it at 4 after a takedown. Looked like Oliveira might be able to get the pin, put it away. But a wonderful reversal and spin move to get out of that grip and tied at 4. Oliveira elects to start on the bottom. And he gets a quick reversal. That's why you start there, 6-4 now. 1:47 left in the second round. Sonoma has just gotten another pin in a semifinal on the other mat. We're gonna see a lot of green against a lot of purple. When they faced each other, though, in their dual meet, as Oliveira's got a chance at a pin, it was all Trojans. Sonoma won just 1 varsity match. 2 varsity matches, excuse me. And even in JV, it was dominant. There is the pin for Chris Oliveira. A dominant victory. Looked like McLeod might put up a little fight, got the reversal, kept him alive, but Oliveira went right back to the well. Didn't get nervous at all about the fight his opponent was showing. He's into the finals and could have a really good match with Boyd Heng. Meanwhile, Daniel DeCarli has just started his match. DeCarli, another junior at the 222. This is the second heaviest weight class, and he's taking on Sebastian Novella of Healdsburg. Winner will face Tyler Winslow in the final. What a final that could be with DeCarli and Winslow. Mentioned Winslow went to the state tournament last year. He is an outstanding wrestler. DeCarli 5-4 on the year. Winslow finishing 3rd at NCS 220. And he was one of those 3 Dragons to win matches, not by a forfeit, when the Dragons traveled to Petaluma. Still no score here. It's a different type of wrestling now that you're at this much higher weight class. Players are going to be less agile. It's much more about brute strength. Other mat, Fernando Marshall is having his semifinal match. at the 195. Marshall, one of the three seniors on the varsity squad, but just his first year of wrestling. No, Marshall up 2-0 there. He is taking on Alan Guyen of Piner, and he's just gotten a pin while we're still on this Dakari match, so Marshall was the better opponent there. Now, a lot of tentativeness, see a lot of tentativeness and a lot of standing up by both players. If you get either of these players on the ground, you are in such an advantageous position because you have 220 pounds on top of you. That's pretty hard to get off of. So no score here. Marshall is on to the final, meaning he'll head to NCS, which is big. He'll face Dean Durham of Sonoma, who beat him pretty soundly when they faced each other. So see if Marshall's made the adjustments to turn it around. Start of the second round here with DeCarly. And now the junior's in a rough position. Tried to start under, but he couldn't get the escape. DeCarly just trying to spin out, but now is suddenly on his back. You don't want to be in that position. He's been pinned. And you can see the disappointment on his face. You still have the Constellation opportunity, so you still have a chance to make NCS. But DeCarly has been defeated by Novella of Healdsburg. He's on to the final. Face Winslow there. So just one more weight class in the semifinals before we are going to get finals action. You know, before we have the varsity finals, we will have the JV finals. We saw Brooklyn Shattuck with a victory earlier. She is back at it in another Trojan v. Trojan matchup. Championship of the 105, taking on Cullen Rivero, another freshman. Trying to become a JV champion. I'm sure she's already won NCS, headed to state next weekend in Fresno. See how she does there. She is in control here, already up 2-0 on her teammate. JV scores do not factor into the varsity scores, but obviously very important for the development of your young players and wrestlers. And Shattuck trying to finish off Guerrero, but end of one, only up 2-0 on the other match. We have Joe Grob taking on Henry Gomez of Healdsburg, the 115. And Grob down early 2-0.
JV 126, Bucks Petaluma, Mejia, SCL, Hudson, Sonoma, Smith, Heidelberg.
Grob trying to get out of that arm lock, but he's spun over, you know, trying to get out that position. He just wants to win this so bad. He's flailing those legs around in an effort to try to get away, and it's avoiding the pin at the moment. That's all about he's avoiding. He's in a bad position. There's the pin. There's a victory for Healdsburg. The 116 JV champion is Henry Gomez. Grob falls valiantly, but it falls short there. He is pinned. Back to Shattuck and Rivero. It continues to be all Shattuck here. Still up 2-0, well into the second round. Also, we'll have constellation matches before the finals, so it's going to be some time, at least a long wait, before they will go on, but don't need to be a long wait for you, as we'll certainly have the Varsity Finals in just a couple minutes right here on Trojan Live, and then also welcome to fast forward right through the broadcast to check anything out. Shattuck just unable to finish off her teammate, but that's been about it. 2-0, so we get to the end of 2. Shattuck will start under, leading 4-0 here against Ferrero. And Ferrero trying to get some offense going, turn things around. Still no points, and Shattuck gets an escape here. She's going to pretty much have this away. Dangerous position, though, to be in there. You get on your back, you're very likely to be pinned. But it shows her strength. She was able to get away from it. Hard-fought battle late here by Ferrero. Two points for Ferrero for the takedown. He's not done just yet. Back on top, 20 more seconds. He needs to find a way to get 2 more points here, though. 10 seconds left. Shattuck knowing she just needs to hold on. She's so smart. 6 seconds. Ferrero trying valiantly. It's not going to be enough. Oh, no, it is. Late. He gets the takedown points, or near fall points, excuse me, for 2 more. And it is tied. Oh, wow. They just gave it to him with 5 seconds. Shattuck was trying to hold on. She's in pain. She just couldn't. That means we're going to get 1 extra minute here. All right, we're ready for 1 more minute. Overtime version of wrestling. Shattuck, they go out of bounds. Shattuck a long talking to with the girls' coach, Butts. There in the purple shirt, sitting next to David Pacheco. Seeing if she could turn it around. She will get 2 points there for the takedown. And just like that, she's back up 6-4. And they're going to give her the pin as well. That was a late call, but after a little bit extra drama there, she closes it out. She's a JV champion, and she gets a hug from her teammate, Lucas Cheetah. Big accomplishment for her, and she'll try to continue it next week. The lone girls wrestler headed to the state championship as only a freshman. Another JV final here. Alyssa Archer. Get a chance to see her. She might get a pin very quickly here. Just able to get away from that was Sebastian Mendoza of Pioneer. This is at the 126. Archer, another senior. This is her final match. Obviously wants to finish off with a victory. High school athletic career coming to a close. It's always an emotional moment, something we see more and more as the year goes along and we head into winter and spring sports and it gets late. Now Archer's on the back foot here and trailing 2-0. And she has been pinned. JV champion will be Sebastian Mendoza, who, for a slow start, turned Archer right around, got a reversal, got Archer in the fetal position, and that one was over quickly. Dalton Butts trying to get another JV victory. Championship for the Trojans. The 126, the junior, is taking on Nico Mejero of LC Allen. No score, early first.
Okay, JV 146 and 150. JV 146, 150.
Goes to the leg there. That's never a fun position to be in. And now Butts can be in the offensive position. Mahero on the ground. Just trying to spin away Dominic Butts. Great strength, great fight. Great conditioned as well. Remember the cross-country team? There's the pin for Dominic Butts. The junior is a JV champion. Crowning accomplishment you're not going to soon forget. No, it's not varsity, but it's still absolutely something special. Butts will get that. We have more championship wrestling on the other side with Logan Pomi taking on Lucas Betancourt here. These are probably two of the top JV wrestlers so far. It's been a good battle. Late first now, and Betancourt with a 2-0 lead on the talented Pomi. And that is the end of 1, 2-0. A 127 final. And thrown to the ground is Betancourt. You see the strength from Pomi. Got the leg, trying to finish. Hey, Tony.
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, you feeling?
Yeah, we're
Feeling good so far?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I haven't wrestled yet.
And no, Sonoma has won, so they've won a bunch of matches, so they still have a shot.
I mean, I guess, but we've got 12 out of 14 weight classes in the finals.
How important is it for you guys to win those and be crowned SCL Wrestling Championship? What does that mean to you and all the rest of the wrestlers?
I mean, it's a huge deal because it's the last SCL Championship. The league's changing, so it's like making history if we win 2 years in a row and end it with Petaluma.
How about the JV wrestlers as well? They've been doing well. Just saw Logan Pomi get the victory there.
Well, the JV wrestlers are doing great, but it's unfortunate because we're the only team with as much JV as we have, so we're mostly wrestling each other, like right here and a match over there before, so it's going to happen a lot today.
Thank you, Tony. It was Tony Vitale. We got a couple constellation matches going on right now in the JV, and then the varsity coming up in a minute. We'll see Tony in the championship match, and as he said, 10 of the 12 Trojan wrestlers are in the championship, so it's exactly what they need to win an SCL title. Just need a few of them to officially secure it, but Sonoma's still hanging around with a slim shot. It looks like JV's been doing really well. Been happy to see them, but as he said, it's a lot of Petaluma v. Petaluma. And we have 2 more JV finals. This one will be all Petaluma. It is Joe Urian against Max Winslow. Terms with too many JV wrestlers. Gotta wrestle against each other, but really an interesting dynamic. You practice against each other. You know all your tactics, all your moves. So it's really who's the best. You might even practice wrestling against each other as Urian gets Winslow up and now on the ground. And 2-0 with the takedown. Winslow needing to get up off the ground. Great job by Urian. Both sophomores. And there's the pin. Great job by Urian. He is a JV champion, dominating over Winslow right there. Maybe his tactics, seen him practice, he remembered a little better what the habits were, and he was under control. Looked like he knew every move from Winslow. Final JV final, and it is the freshman Jack Santos taking on Ben Goodman of Sonoma. And the headset of Goodman fell off, so to get that back on. Will be a couple Constellation Varsity Finals. Those do impact the point total. More importantly, though, those decide who's going to NCS, who's keeping their season alive, and who's going home. Only one Trojan wrestler in that. That'll be Cindy Diaz, but she will not be able to go to NCS because she already competed in that for the girls last weekend, but it will be her final wrestling match, so that will be something special. Santos trying to build on his successful season as a freshman. All that hard work you put in just goes into about 6 minutes where you have to have such high intensity. It's a little bit like a sprint and track. It's so brief, you have to put everything in for so quick. Very exhausting. Conditioning is so huge. Great job by Santos to go with the legs. And if he hadn't keep on fighting, he could have been in a dangerous position because you're down below. But instead, you could take that offensive position. You get the takedown, you get 2 points. Now he's got Goodman in the right spot. Trying to bring Goodman down, staying heavy. Needs to turn Goodman over to get the pin. Goodman's got those legs in, 10 seconds left. There's a little spin, but you gotta keep on spinning if you're the other player. Keep on going, hold on. I mean, if you're being thrown around like a bag of rags. That's the end of 1, 2-0. Start of the second round. Little shadow boxing to start. And then the leg move by Goodman. Can Santos stay up? Yes, he can. Wonderful work. Fraction. Check out the rest of our YouTube channel. We have 2 varsity wrestling matches that we were at this year. Team's victory over Sonoma, which was very excited, put them in first place in SCL. Had a bunch of really quality matches in that one. And it was also the emotional senior night as they honored seniors a couple weeks back against Stanley. Both highly recommend. Check on those out on our YouTube channel. You can like them, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to leave any comments. Santos leading 4-0 here, halfway through this second period. Also check out all the other sports on our YouTube channel. Varsity girls and varsity boys basketball, soccer as well. Varsity girls soccer team, second round of their NCS playoffs this weekend. Santos has just got the pin there. Was really dominant. Got to battle through those couple rough patches. He did exactly that. That's a really nice victory for the freshman. So that is it for our JV matches. The Trojans take the majority of them, and it just shows how deep they are as this team. Our varsity finals approach Cooner, who will be an SCL champion.
Here we go. We're finally ready for the finals here at SCL. We're going to start it off at 108. It's Nick Trave and Preston Boggin. Boggin out of Annalee, younger brother of elite wrestler Trevor Boggin that we'll see at the 113. Out of bounds there, the reset. Trave, only a freshman, yet so talented. We saw him in the semifinals, an easy victory for him. He's going to be challenged, though, no doubt, by Boggin. So much talent from an elite family, really both from an elite family. Trave's father, one of the leaders in wrestling, teaching, and training in this region. An SCL title on the line. Boggin will strike first there with the near fall. And now he's already got Trave on his back.
On our other match, other side of the mat, the third place match is going on. And Trave right now dominating, struggling, getting dominated by Preston Bogan, but only down 2-0. If you can just hang in there, you can turn things around in the second round. Trying to get out with his legs. They did not face each other. Bogan did not make the trip down when they faced, but Bogan has the pin. He's an SCL champion. He defeats Nick Trave. Not enough from Nick Trave. He's only a freshman, so much to work with, but Bogan was clearly the superior wrestler there. And we'll see if the Bogans can go 2 for 2. In champions, we'll move on to the 113 next. Chance to see Trevor Bogan now. The Bogan brothers look to get a sweep here. Taking on Logan Valerie, who upset Cindy Diaz of Petaluma in the semifinals. Valerie only a freshman, and Bogan's looking to make very quick work of this. He won NCS last year. Multiple impressive results. And he was so close to there to back-to-back SCL champions, but not yet. One king of the mat at his weight class this year, second at Tim Brown, third at Clovis West Shootout, third at the Mission San Jose, third at the Puma Classic. Bogan has been dominant. Now he's got Diamond in the grip again. So close there. Another near fall. Now he's got it. It's a double SCL titles for the Bogan brothers. It's going to be a happy household tonight. The Bogan family in Sebastopol. And a great start for Annalee. They take the first 2 weight classes. We'll move on to 120 next with Petaluma's Charlie Winter. So here is 122. It's Charlie Winter against Caleb Johnson of Healdsburg. Winter finished third in SCL last year. Now he's trying to win his first SCL title and get the Trojans on the board and on the road to an SCL title. As long as they win more championship, one more wrestling individual titles than Sonoma, they are going to be the SCL champions back-to-back. Winter goes down to the leg, spins him around. But now in an ill-advised position here with Johnson, who's only a freshman, but he's 4-2 and he's battling hard here. Spinning him around, Winter just trying to spin to get out of it. Now trying to get the escape. He goes into the offensive position. Don't worry about an escape, go with the takedown. And now in the pin position, just gets away. Winter again. 1 minute left here in the first. Winter up 2-0. He wants to end this one quickly. Head to NCS, where he has a real possibility of doing something special. He's improved a lot last couple years. One of the hardest workers, all the coaches say, on the wrestling team. And he's got Johnson in a lock here. Johnson's able to spin away, though, and avoid the pin. He gets 2 more for another takedown, though, because of the spin. 5-0. A technical added on there to the score. 26 seconds left in the first. Winter got him on a back for a second. Wonderful reversal there. That will be 2 for Johnson. Yeah, Winter just needs to get out of this or hold on for the final 5 seconds of this one. Johnson trying to get a couple more points in. He will not. So 7-2 there. Johnson grabs a couple, but it's certainly Winter in control for this first match, first set. The junior trying to take home an SCL title. So star varsity golfer, won SCL. The golf course last year is only a sophomore. Strong athlete. Johnson elects to start on bottom. He's gonna need some points and fast to make up. Winter brings them down though. Now sorting through Johnson, trying to turn him over. Get the pin. Johnson just a bag in the wind right now, blowing around. Winter putting him where he wants. Power and strength in those arms. And to the legs. He's got him on the back again. A chance for another pin. So close again, second time. Winter has almost finished Johnson off. Still 7-2. 1:16 left in the second round. Winter turning again. Johnson just succumbing to a defensive approach right now. Hoping to stay alive and fight valiantly. Now the turn. Winter's got him in the headlock. Healdsburg coaches want a penalty for that. No call though. Winter just trying to finish him. Johnson is really doing well to hold on here through pain and grit. There it is. Charlie Winter is an SCL champion. 123 weight class. The Petaluma Trojans are on the board. That was a hard-fought battle. Johnson really did well. Showed why he's here and going to NCS. But Charlie Winter, the junior, has anointed himself one of the biggest accomplishments of his career as an SCL champion at the 123 weight class. A special moment for him. The Trojans on the board. Now we're going to get a little Sonoma v. Petaluma. We're going to have this a couple more times. Sonoma's going to have to pull up some upsets if they want to win SCL. Max Shattuck, the junior, looking for his first SCL title as well. Here in the 128. The junior Shattuck taking on Dylan Max. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Aaron Casillas of Piner. Or Sonoma. Shattuck gets him on the ground, gets the takedowns. That's 2. Sorry, the ref's obstructing it a little bit there. Right in my viewpoint. But Shattuck's got him on the ground right now. In an offensive position, Casillas trying to battle, get away. Dragon wrestlers are so skilled. They won SCL in 2016. Trojans won last year in 2017. It was Annalee the year before in 2014 and Healdsburg in 2013. No team has gone back-to-back. This is the final SCL tournament for a league realignment next year. There will be no more Sonoma County League. And the escape there. Well done by Casillas to battle through that early surge by Shattuck. Get on the board. It's 2-1. Shattuck going down to the legs again. Casillas has a great job countering though. And now Shattuck's a little down. We have a fraction. Shattuck crossing over the hands, and we're tied at 2. 29.9 seconds left in this first round. Shattuck gets Casillas to the ground. They're out. No takedown, though. Good job by Casillas. Get out of bounds. Often a good strategy. Help you reset. Shattuck 13-11. He won at the Wolfpack invite. Five seconds left in the first. Shattuck trying to get some more points before the end, but that's what's going to do it. We're through one round here, 128, and Shattuck has a 2-1 lead. That was an exhausting pace by both. Everything you expect in an SCL final. Shattuck went undefeated in SCL in dual meets, so he was awarded the first seed. And Casillas gets on top, trying to bring that leg around, but unable to do it. Instead, it's Shattuck. And when you head into an aggressive move, the Trojans, if you don't succeed, the Trojans will make you pay for it. Shattuck does it there. And now he's sorting through his strategy. He's going to get 2 for the takedown, so that makes it 4-1. Shattuck, 2 more for another takedown, and Casillas is just starting to be pushed around now. He's really battling hard, but Shattuck has shown his conditioning. He's really had full intensity this entire match. You almost always see a drop by someone. You haven't seen that. Full effort, full throttle. Shattuck turns him. Like to get the pin here late in the second, 39 seconds left. Shattuck up 6-1. And out of bounds. They'll reset in the middle. Oh, great job by Shattuck again. So much strength on that, and Casillas trying to get up, trying to get the escape point. Mac isn't letting him have it. Just trying to turn him, trying to finish him. 10 seconds left here in this second period. He gets the turn. Casillas fighting badly though. And that is it. Max Shattuck is an SCL champion. 128-pounder, 2018 SCL champion for the first time for the junior. And the Trojans have 2 champions now, and it's counting and growing. And they are closing in on officially clinching the SCL Championship. Good sportsmanship by both. You're going to get a battle every time, but Shattuck was just so clearly more talented there. More ready for all of that. Here we go with Patterson and McLin-Liss. At the 134, Patterson, the team captain, looking for his first SCL title, and boy has he been dominant of late. He has not lost since January 12th at the Tim Brown tournament. Won the Snowden tournament. Did not lose in league, got first place, won his weight class at the Dawn to Dusk, was dominant at NCS duels. Does he get a challenge here? He was dominant in his semifinal win as well. Let's see if Elias has an answer for him. Dragons still yet to win a weight class. Time's running out on their chance for revenge on the Trojans. And a quick 2 points for Patterson on the takedown. Now Elias got him in a little bit of an armbar. Patterson's not akin to losing at all the way he's wrestled this year. 21-6 overall. He's been virtually dominant. Nearly 32-6. Almost unstoppable. 7th at Tim Brown. 3rd at Green and Gold. Mentioned 1 Snowden, 1 Dawn to Dusk. This is a really good battle from Elias here. He's got him in the headlock. He's gotten 2 for the takedown a minute ago. And now the reversal, they're going to give it to Patterson. He's in that headlock, and now Patterson can take the offense. Wonderful job by Connor Patterson. Elias had trouble. Patterson's got him right where he wants him. 34 seconds left and counting. Patterson ready for the finish, the pin. It's what he's done to almost every single of his opponents. It's brutal torture. Elias gets up. Oh, what effort and fight there. Oh, and then he snares him across the face. Hope Patterson's okay there. And they give him the reversal. And Patterson almost in a sitting position. Means Liss is in the offensive position. Trying to bring him around, but he's not going to get any points for it. And it stays 7-4, and then the reversal there, and suddenly Patterson's up 9-4 at the end of one. That's a really good job by Liss to battle. That was not enough against Patterson. You saw it right there. Liss can wrestle perfectly, but it might not be enough against Connor Patterson. He is at a level of dominance. Projected to be the 6th seed when it comes out tomorrow. What will be in the NCS Boys Wrestling Championships. They start next Friday and continue into Saturday down in Hayward. The top wrestlers on the North Coast and the East Bay in NCS. If you finish in the top 3, as Patterson hopes to do, one of a couple wrestlers that his dreams of making it to the state tournament in the big Rabobank Arena in Bakersfield. Patterson's shown he's one of the best wrestlers in the state. Arguably the best wrestler here. Anyone. Boggin and him, probably the two to compare. Obviously Boggin, a lot more success, but Boggin broke through in his junior year. As I think they're waiting for the other match to start. They're gonna get a rest here. Boggin broke through last year, won NCS, made state in an Annalee program that has really risen. Had a little ceremony for the Annalee coach, who unfortunately has cancer, but has done a great job building that program to some prominence a couple years ago. A little low on numbers the last couple years, but nonetheless, been successful. And Patterson quickly in the offense. He's ready to finish this off. Good battle by Liss, flailing, trying to get away. Knows he's in a pin if he doesn't get away, like a bug, but so close to pinning him. The whistle was from the other mat. If Liss was doing yoga, it'd be the bug position, and Connor Patterson would be the praying mantis. He's an SCL champion. Wow. Connor Patterson is just fun to watch on the mat. That was impressive effort from Patterson. A higher level of intensity, a higher level of skill, technique, strategy. Everything was perfect in that. And Liss couldn't have wrestled a whole lot better, I thought. Really battled. It's not enough against the likes of Patterson. He's not losing right now. Unbelievable dominance. And he'll get a medal around his neck for the first time. Trojans have taken the last, now 3 straight weight classes. They have 10 out of the 12 weight classes they have qualified for. The only 2 they did not at 113. Cindy Diaz upset in the semis in 202. Daniel Carley upset in the semis as well. But all other 10 they qualified for, and now they've taken 3 already. As we continue to move along here, the Trojans closing in on an SCL title. It's Liam O'Neill next for the Trojans. Can he make it 4 straight? This would pretty much put away an SCL title, with Sonoma still having not won one. 140, and he will face Nate Wheeler of El Molino. They're looking for their first SCL Wrestling individual. O'Neill went undefeated through SCL. He's another that could have dreams of state. And last year, he lost in the league championship match. Trying to make it different this time. They are out of bounds. Off the mat, out of that center circle. O'Neill, undefeated, the Healdsburg dual tournament, right here at Healdsburg. 2nd at the Wolfpack, 3rd at Dawn to Dusk, 6th at Kingdom Map, 3rd at Green and Gold. Junior, 27-8 overall. He's been pretty consistent. He's been very, very good. Wheeler, sophomore, he's 3-8 on the year. O'Neill is a much calmer wrestler. You see it. Prieto coming up as well. Both are less aggressive. They take their time. Wheeler had O'Neill's leg up, O'Neal just trying to get out of bounds so he can reset there, and he does. Under a minute left to go here. First set of this SCL Championship match. Now he gets Wheeler to the ground. That's 2 for the takedown. Well done by O'Neal. Great strength by the junior. See it. Let's talk about this junior class. I'm going to say junior a lot more. Have potentially a lot of juniors. First time SCL champions. And now trying to get the pin. He's got him in a grip. Wheeler is trying to get out. Oh, he spins away. That was well done to get away, but O'Neal still gets points for the takedown. It's 5-0. End of 1. O'Neal in front, in control over Nate Wheeler. Molino. Almost got a couple good wrestlers. They're a little bit on the smaller side, but absolutely have some talent. O'Neal shadowboxing Wheeler. Calm, patient, waits for the perfect moment to attack. There it is. Wheeler finally gets out. They waited a long time to call that. He was all the way in the other mat. .134 left here. Second round. A victory for O'Neal would all but do it. Clinch the title for the second year in a row as they built the dynasty. And they get Wheeler to the ground again. Wheeler does a great job of getting up, though. And they rule them out of bounds again. Wheeler's doing a good job staying around the circle. When he gets in a situation he doesn't like, he just heads out of bounds. It might not be the most exciting thing, but it works effectively. He's going to have to win points, though, at some point. He's hanging around so far. He tried to get O'Neal down. Instead, O'Neal took him into a position. He's got a chance for the pin. Wheeler just escapes. 7-0 now. O'Neal trying to finish him. So close, the ref getting a closer look. Horrible pain you can see with Nate Wheeler. O'Neal, vicious, unmerciless. And more points for the takedown, down to 30 seconds left, and it's all O'Neal now. That strategy, being defensive, just isn't going to work anymore. Ten seconds left in the second. O'Neal is cruising to an SCL championship. Looking to make it 4 for the Trojans. Start losing count at some point. That's the end of 2. O'Neal installed his wheel. Wheeler took a chance. He really had to. The way it was going, it didn't pay off. O'Neal got in the position and started racking up points. Like a Big 12 offensive college basketball. 2 more minutes left. And they're going to roll 13-0. O'Neal would love the pin to finish them off. Trojans have gotten pins in their first 3 championships. And out, and then a late shove by Wheeler. I don't think he meant anything wrong, and everything is all right. A little handshake there, but reset. Understand a little bit of the frustration, no doubt, though. When someone controls you like Liam O'Neal has, it's going to get frustrating for the sophomore Lion. Wheeler's trying to grab the back leg of O'Neal, but O'Neal's just forcing him out, not letting him have anything. It's 16-0. Wheeler's on the ground, shaking his head. That is it. William O'Neal is an SCL champion. 4 straight for the Trojans. and they are installing their dominance. They have pretty much assured themselves of an SCL title. Any hope for Sonoma Valley starting to disappear here. What an impressive victory from O'Neill. Just frustrating an opponent like that. That would be impressive. .147 will be the next weight class. Here we see Liam O'Neill take the 140. And it's going to be Colton Prieto coming up in just a moment. Prieto, we mentioned his injury before. He's had to battle through that. Was out for over a month with that broken arm. He still got that a little bit of a cast, but it's significantly better, and he was a little rusty coming back. Not able to wrestle, but he's really starting to improve. He had to battle hard, though, in his semifinal, and he's going to have his work cut out of him. This is going to be one of the better matchups with Alan Aguilar of LCL, and LC has a couple talented wrestlers, and Alan Aguilar 24-10. He won the American Canyon Classic, was 4th at Puma, 4th at the Redwood Empire, 4th at King of the Mat, 3rd at the Bill Martin Invite. Ratto didn't lose at the Healdsburg Duels, 4th at Green and Gold, 3rd at Dawn and Dust, 6th at Pat Lovell. That was where he got hurt. This could be a full one here, especially the way Prieto wrestles. A more tentative defensive approach, but it works. And he's trying to defend his wrestling title from last year that he won. He defeated Aguilar last year. Aguilar, though, is senior. He's looking for revenge. These two have history. And Aguilar, he's got Prieto in the offensive position, but he can't get Prieto to the ground. Oh, my. And a great job. Prieto just toe tapping out of bounds, and as soon as you get that, you get the reset there. However, Aguilar did get 2 for their takedown before, and now he's going to bring him down again. Didn't get him all the way to the ground, though, so no takedown points. 50 seconds left in the first round. Prieto slowly getting back up. So much strength. When you have that much strength, you almost wrestle methodically, patiently. Take your time. Aguilar's got his right leg now. Trying to grab hold of it now. He gets Prieto up in the air and down. Really going to the legs is Aguilar. And now Prieto on the ground. So Junior's got to get out of it. He's down 4-0 now. Trying to make it 5 straight. SCL champions. There is the escape. He's on the board, 4-1. And before that takedown, the whistle sounded. That's the end of 1. That was certainly hard fought there. Aguilar was a little bit better, though, in that first set. And, I think Prieto is going to have to deal with being a little tired. He had a full match. He dominated it, really, especially in the second set, but had to wrestle all 6 minutes there. Put so much into that. And now, just a couple hours later, you're back out here trying it again. Aguilar had it a lot easier in his semifinal. We've seen that so far. Prieto's tried to get the escape. That's his classic move, but hasn't been able to do it. Aguilar defeated Lawson Lee of Sonoma, who's losing his 3rd place match right now. Prieto defeated Dylan Dunkel of Healdsburg, who really wrestled well, valiantly. And now a chance to pin Prieto for a brief moment. He's got his leg, and Prieto just breaking free momentarily. Aguilar gets him back down. Now Prieto trying to get up with his hands. He's got Aguilar in the air. If you can get a reversal here, you got a chance. And he does. Wonderful job by Colton Prieto to get the reversal. And now he's in the offensive position. Suddenly, can he pin him? What a victory this could be. It's 7-3 right now, but a pin, there's no points. Trying to get Aguilar down. It's that methodical approach. Will it pay off? This place going nuts now. Aguilar's still got his hands around Prieto, so he's not fully able to take the offense, but he's still in that position of leverage. Prieto trying valiantly to finish him. The ref getting a closer look. 18 seconds left, still 7-3. Prieto would love to get a point or two more before this sets in. Aguilar just battling, knowing how to keep his shoulder up. You can see the exhaustion in both. Almost the end of this set. That is it. Oh, what a chance there for Prieto. It was 7-6. They didn't put the points initially on the scoreboard now. Now they do. So we have a 1-point difference. These two have battled hard. It was a hard battle last year when they faced. Prieto pulled it out. Now Aguilar, his senior year, he's trying to finish it. Best match of the day, no doubt. Does Prieto have enough energy? Or will Aguilar's skill, agility, and how well he's wrestled? Both of these wrestlers are going to go far at NCS. There's no doubt about it. Aguilar 24-10. Prieto 25-6. Tells you how much Prieto's wrestled. Even that he hasn't been, he was out for a full month. And it's obviously affected him. Aguilar decided to start on bottom, try to get a point that way. Prieto this time in the offensive, switching it up a little bit. And a wonderful escape last time. It really turned around that match, this match. Trying to get back-to-back titles for himself and back-to-back titles for the team. Aguilar using his knee. Can hear a lot of other cheering. The third place match. Have a whistle here at 124 left in this one. They'll reset. Aguilar will remain on the bottom. Prieto still trailing by 1. He was down 7-2. Can he complete the comeback? He has so much strength, so much power. He's got to hold on to Aguilar there. 1 point could be crucial, and Aguilar gets away for the escape, and it's 8-6. That is huge now. Prieto's gonna have to get a little bit more aggressive, something he doesn't like to do. That's why he wants to wrestle from ahead, which unfortunately did not get here. .46 seconds left and counting. Aguilar trying to finish off Prieto. Does he have one last gas? He made the comeback in the second round. Can he do it again here? Trying to turn, he has turned him! And now he's got him in the pin! Can he finish? Aguilar just moving his shoulder, but we're tied at 8 here. 30 seconds left in this SCL Championship match. Prieto and Aguilar, an epic battle of elites. They're just stuck there, similar to the end of the third, but Prieto got the reversal. Aguilar trying to turn him. They're out of bounds. 11.5 left. And they've given 2 more to Prieto. He leads 11-8, and he knows it too. Coach Slosher telling him it. He just needs to remain in place. 2 remarkable comebacks by Prieto. Can he close it out? 10 seconds left. He just needs to hold Aguilar in position. Aguilar trying to get away. He's not going to let him. And Colton Prieto is back-to-back an SCL champion. Unbelievable effort from the junior star. Remarkable. These two have done great battle. The smile on his face. Much deserved. Easily the best match we have seen here. That was an epic 6-minute battle. And Prieto twice trailed. He looked down and out, but 2 times able to get reversals and somehow pull out a victory. 5 straight now for the Trojans. Curtis Gogenhauer, the senior, his final SCL tournament match. After all that epicness, he has to turn around and fight his. It's not a whole lot of breaks, and he's facing the 1 seed, Ethan Williams, who defeated him last week. Can Guggenhauer turn it around to defend his SCL title from last year? Williams did not have to wrestle. Got a bye all the way right in here to the championship. Williams trying to go to the legs. Guggenhauer battling, but Williams is on top, and he's given the takedown to Williams. 2 points for the Greyhounds. Ethan Williams, 21-5, the junior. Third at the Puma Classic, 6th at King of the Max, 2nd Healdsburg Duels, and 7th at Weber Larson. And he lost to Guggenhauer last year. So just as we see Aguilar, we had Aguilar and Prieto in the rematch from last year. Here we have Guggenhauer trying to do the same thing, win it there. Give a point to Guggenhauer for the escape. 2-1. Senior trying to go outright and make it 6 straight SCL Wrestling individual titles. Now Prieto on the offense. Excuse me, Guggenhauer on the offense. Still got my thoughts in that last match. Not going to be one we're going to soon forget. You can watch it all on replay right here. Just go back on the little toggle. Flipping him around. Guggenhauer trying to get in the offensive position. You see the skill of Ethan Williams, the junior. There's a reason that Williams is where he is. But Guggenhauer has just gotten the flip, the reversal, and it's 3-2. All the Trojan wrestlers, a sea of purple behind them, and the coaches cheering on, supporting them. The coaches have made a permanent residence in those chairs, with 10 of the 12 finals involving Petaluma wrestlers. End of 1, and Guggenhauer leads 3-2. Williams elects to start on the bottom here in his home gym. Both will head to NCS next week. After matches are complete, the Trojans are going to be presented with their SCL Championship banner. They've officially clinched it now. And Guggenhauer turns, and now Williams in the bottom position. Great aggressiveness by Guggenhauer. He's really shown the effort. He really looks like he wants it. Williams hasn't had to wrestle today, so hasn't gotten that blood flowing. On the other end, Guggenhauer could be a little tired, and the later this goes, and this bounds to be tight, could get more interesting there. .51 seconds left and counting in the second period. Guggenhauer still on top, but he just hasn't been able to earn any points. Williams showing his skill, technique, and strategy here just to hold on, and now you get the hands penalty, you get to reset, and it's 3-3. That's why you do that. If you're not being completely dominated and thrown around, the defensive strategy absolutely works, and once again, Williams will start on the bottom. Tied at 3. Guggenhauer now in the bottom position, and 2 points for Williams with the takedown. Six, 3. He got the leg of Guggenhauer. Guggenhauer trying to cancel with the right arm, and he has. Now he's on top. Battling back and forth, these two. They know each other well. They're going to know their tendencies. There are no surprises. And that is the end of 2. Guggenhauer trailing 6-4, but maybe he can do as his teammate Colton Prieto did before, complete a comeback. Prieto did it twice, remarkably. Can Guggenhauer keep it going? He'll elect to start on bottom, trying to go away from that defensive approach that, trying to get away from the defensive approach of Williams. Now Williams is trying to go to the offense. We saw Prieto do that. He was much more defensive before, and it worked. Whistle. Violation on Williams. 1 point to Guggenhauer. 1:46 left to go. Can Curtis go back-to-back, just as the Trojans have now officially done. .154 battle. We still got 5 more matches to go. 162 coming up next. And Williams with wonderful aggressiveness. And he's got Curtis Guggenhauer down. Guggenhauer gets the escape. Oh, it's rapid fire now. Williams answers. Wow. What effort and fight there. You get these beautiful flurries by both. But it was Williams with a little bit more strength there and able to react. Guggenhauer got away, but it put him in a bad spot. And now 10-7 is the score with 1:15 left. Guggenhauer has to get away now. Has to change something. Trailing by 3. And they were out of bounds. Guggenhauer got a little tap out of bounds. Very smart there by the senior. Not short of experience. But certainly neither is Williams, a junior as well. There's 1:01 left. Guggenhauer needs an escape ready right now. And you can reel off points quickly. We saw Prieto do that in the last match. I don't know if Guggenhauer is watching, probably getting mentally focused. It's not time to cheer on your teammates then. But Williams has gotten on top, and if he can just hold him down, he's going to give Healdsburg their first SCL Championship of the evening, or the afternoon, as turned into here at the Healdsburg Gym. 30 seconds left. Guggenhauer is just trying to get away to avoid the pin, but he's got him in the right move. Guggenhauer squirming around. The pin is there for Ethan Williams, who is an SCL champion. Guggenhauer is going to fall short, and Williams has just been a little bit too strong for Guggenhauer the last 2 times. That was a really good battle there. But Williams able to pull it out and get Healdsburg on the board. Guggenhauer just not enough there. So we'll move on. Tony Vitale coming up next for the Trojans. 162, and the junior Tony Vitale did not have to wrestle until this championship match. Went undefeated in SCL duels. He got the free pass all the way here. Here's another Sonoma wrestler. It is Hank Schnonengein, and what a matchup these two had when they faced each other in Petaluma. Schnonengein came out strong early in that one, and Vitale was able to turn it around in the second and get the pin in the third. Really, it was an impressive effort by Vitale to turn it around. Brought a lot of energy late there for Schnonengein. Had the opening punch. 1:30 left, no score. Both in the headlock. A little tentative early. Schnonengein beats Sotelo of El Molino. And down to the legs goes Vitale. Great job by Schnonengein to answer, and now he gets Vitale on the ground. No points, though, for any of that. But now it does. Now they give it the takedown. And Vitale on the bottom, having to turn it around, trying to win his first SCL title. 13-10 overall is Vitale. 6 at Snowden, 3rd at Wolfpack. 2nd at the Healdsburg Duel Tournament. And the reversal. Great job by Vitale to battle. 2-2, now he's got him in a pin. Can Vitale finish? Schnonengein battling. His back leg's on the ground, trying to stay alive. Vitale trying to give everything in to finish it off here. Tied at 2 with 20 seconds left of the first. So close. Schoenengein just needs to tap that outside circle, but he can't. Vitale keeping him in. 3 seconds left. He got it! Tony Vitale is an SCL champion, and he gets it right before the buzzer. It looked like Schoenengein might be able to get out of bounds, or he might be able to use the clock to survive, but instead, Vitale finishes him off, shakes his head in disbelief of the gravity of the moment, and he gets the Trojans back in the win column. Fantastic fight there from Vitale. He was again down early, but the key reversal there put him in the offensive, and once he gets in the offensive, he is so hard to beat. 172, and Derek Pomi had an easy first round victory. Now it's more Petaluma Sonoma as he faces Mario Coronado. Pomi looking for his first SCL title. He's 23-10 overall. Last year finished 4th in SCL. He's really become a leader, one of the main team captains on the Trojans. And Pomi trying to get the back legs. Coronado trying to escape. Oh, he does. What a move. And now Pomi on the ground. Great brute strength from Coronado there. And now Pomi. Too many matches, quick amount of time. 2-0 lead for the Dragon. Pomi, can he get away? He can. And now he goes into the offensive position. He'll get the points for the escape. 1 point for the escape there. 2-1. The nerves are on for Coach Schlosser. Watching his top wrestlers try to take home an SCL title. And now he's got Coronado on the ground. Coronado in horrible pain as Pomi turns him around. Pomi's such a great leader. He was really cheering on, and he was almost coach for a lot of the JV wrestlers or a lot of JV matches today. And he was helping and calling out for a lot of them. There's the escape for Coronado, so we're tied at 3, 1 second left in the first, and we're done. For the first, pretty even first round. Coronado controlled the first minute. Pomi answered in the second. Up to 4 more minutes. We've seen just one full match so far. It was easily the best of the evening, or the afternoon. It was Colton Prieto defeating Alan Aguilar of LC Allen. A classic. Pomi decides to start below. He loves to escape. One of the best defensive players on the football team. A great linebacker, led them in tackles. And you see why there. The arms. So good. He gets the reversal. 5-3. Now he's got him in a pin, and he just gets away. He's got another chance. Coronado in a bad position. So close as Pomi. Coronado's on his shoulder, able to avoid the pin. Pomi turns up. Derek Pomi trying to finish it off. He's on it. An SCL Championship for the junior captain and leader, Derek Pomi. His first of his career. It certainly might not be the last championship. A nice hug between the two. And even first, but you talk about making the adjustments in the second period. That's what Pomi did. He was really in control of the second. And was just out in front of everything Coronado was trying to do. He is the 172 SCL champion. Should be a good one. Coming up next, we're gonna start heading into the heavier weights. Already had a pretty good LC Petaluma battle before. LC's a small team, but they have a couple really outstanding wrestlers. This might be the best one of all. Boyd Hong will take on Chris Oliveira at the 184. Boyd Hong, 14-16 overall. He last year lost right here to finish second in league. This year, finished 4th in the Redwood Empire Classic, 2nd in the American County Classic, 4th in the Dennis Jensen Invite. While Chris Oliveira, 13-9, the junior, 2nd in Snowden, and 2nd in Wolfpack. And Boyd Hung only a sophomore, so he finished 2nd in the league as a freshman. Something that we did see Nick Trave do earlier. It's a pretty impressive feat. And Oliveira had to battle with a couple other wrestlers to get the spot on the varsity lineup, and now he's trying to take over the SCL title. What a story that would be. As we get to the heavier weights, definitely it's a different style of wrestling. It's a lot more agile with the lighter guys. It's a lot more standing up, methodical plotting. Players are a lot more heavier on their feet, but you can really use their size to their advantage. Oliveira got his hands around Hang, excuse me. And Hang did not have to wrestle. Oliveira got through a battle, a hard-fought victory over Julian McLeod of Piner. And out to the legs. Oliveira gets him to the ground. Well done. A 2-point takedown. This would be an upset if he gets the victory. He's got him in the pin now. Can Chris Oliveira come out of nowhere and win an SCL title? Also on the football team, plenty of strength. He's not going to let Heng get away. 20 seconds left. Can Heng hold on for 20 more seconds in great pain? He's worked into a move. Oliveira can't have him in a pin. He's on his side, but if he can just turn his back a little bit more, he's only got 10 seconds to do so. Vitali got it before the whistle. Can Oliveira do the same? 5 seconds left. 3. That's not going to happen. End of 1. Oliveira so close there. Heng knew he had. I don't think he could see the clock, but he knew that it was running short, and he just needed to stay up a little bit longer there, and he can move on to the second round of this one. Two more matches after this. Only one more with the Trojan wrestle. It'll be Derek Honey at the heavyweight, trying to win his first SCL title. Trojans got 10 out of 12 wrestlers into this championship matches. They have lost only 2. Oliveira trying to potentially get them 8 SCL individual wrestling titles. They're going to guarantee at least 6 now. What a story that would be. 1:30 left, and Oliveira so far dominating up 5-0 over the talented Heng. Fair with that right arm holding on tight. Want to drag Heng to the ground. Patience from Oliveira. He's got Heng right down, pushes down the head. Trying to make him hopeless. No chance, but Heng has just worked around with his arms, maneuvered with his legs to stay alive here. And often when you're trying to finish someone off, it's actually hard to earn points, and that's what we've seen here. Still just 5 for Oliveira. If Heng can turn this around, he's absolutely got a shot. Oliveira drags him to the ground, and Heng does a good job to get out of bounds and reset. He certainly needs a breather. He is under attack right now, to say the least. Oh, you can see Heng exhausted, panting so hard. It's so hard to stay under there. Give the intensity. You got 180 pounds above you, on top of you, trying to squash you to smithereens. But Heng has shown why he's so talented. Going to be one of the stronger wrestlers at SCL. Well, or at least in Sonoma County for a while. No more SCL next year. Final moments of the SCL tournament ever. 3 seconds left in the second round. Oliveira can't get any more points, so was just totally dominating that round, but still wasn't able to finish off Heng. He's just waiting now. And all Heng needs is a burst of momentum. He hasn't had any chance at the offense at all. Can he maybe turn something around? That's what he's going to try here. He's starting on top. Oliveira's just got to do the same thing that Hen did. Be defensive, not allow any points. Keep those legs and hands moving and battling and fighting for 2 more minutes. And you'll have a sweet, sweet medal wrapped around your neck at the end of the night. Instead, Heng's got Oliveira in a great position. Still no points, though. Oliveira trying to keep those elbows tight. Just hold on. For another minute 20. All that conditioning, all those weights, everything you've done. The summer, the fall, and into the winter during the season. It all leads down to this. And just surviving now. Heng is having his push. Can Oliveira survive? Trying to win his first SCL individual wrestling title. Heng finished second last year. Doesn't want to do it again. Still just an underclassman. He's talented, but he hasn't been able to get any points. Oliveira gets on top now. If he could just get a reversal, but he can't. And Heng is just hanging on here. Trying dearly to find some way to get some points, but he can't do it. Oliveira has been masterful here at a defensive approach. He doesn't need points now, and he knows it. He did his hard work in the first and second sets. Heng turns it back around again. He needs something, and he needs it fast. 20 seconds left. And you can see Oliveira's regressed. His elbows out there in that position just to hold on. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left for Oliveira to hold on. And that will do it. Chris Oliveira is an SCL champion. Wasn't the most conventional type of matches, but he controlled the first and second and had a wonderful strategy. Didn't let Heng score in that last third. Just hold down with the defensive approach, and it worked perfectly. And he gets an upset victory. I think at the beginning of the year, people would have expected him to be where he is, but he has battled and worked hard, and the Trojans now have 7 SCL champions. Still a few more to be handed out. It's Fernando Marshall. My bad, I said there was 2 more. There's actually 3 more. It's going to be Fernando Marshall against Dean Durham. Then we'll have Winslow and Novella. No Petaluma in that one, and then Ruiz and Honey at the heavyweight. Dean Durham, undefeated at 197. He defeated Fernando Marshall with ease when they faced each other earlier. But Marshall was developed, had a really easy victory in the semifinal. Has to give him some confidence, the senior. Just his first year of wrestling. He's had some struggles at 6 and 10, but he's really shown a lot of promise, and this would be something really sweet for him, and he's done a great job. A 2-point takedown. Out of bounds. The senior Marshall with a great start so far against the talented Dean Durham. 197 heavyweights, and you saw it in the last, a lot of much more patient wrestling and calm wrestling at these heavier weights. And Marshall is really starting to get a handle of it. Boise improves since the last time we saw, but Durham does get the escape there. Now they reset. 1 minute left in the first. See if we'll see a full 6 minutes. The last one with Oliveira. Conditioning becomes so key in the third, and Oliveira was the stronger conditioned man in that last match. Can Marshall do the same? So remember the football team and all the football players. And not gonna have to worry about condition with head coach Chris. Always has his players conditioned no matter how they play on the football field. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. a Trojan wrestling dynasty. Back-to-back SCL titles now, trying to grow with another individual title. We're going to have a plethora of wrestlers at NCS next week. 11 to be exact. 10 made the championship down to Carly, who finished 3rd here. We'll also move on to NCS next week. 10 seconds left here. Tentative last minute. And that will be the end of 1. 2-1, Marshall leads. Certainly has been a wonderful event. Packed stands, great wrestling. Lots of excitement in the final SCL tournament. And a banner about to be handed out to the purple and white. The men and women of Troy. Marshall decides to start on top. It is the right decision. He's got Durham in a nice spot. He's got to hold on to him. Totally different match when these two faced back at Petaluma more than a month ago. Durham just controlled Marshall, who was clearly lack of experience was still a factor there. Marshall's a skilled wrestler now, and he's doing a great job to not let Durham go. Keep him down, keep him out. That escape changes the whole match. Every moment so key. Wrestling's only 6 minutes. Everything is so vital. Marshall grinding. And Durham does get back up. Oh, took a minute, at least for Marshall, but just a little bit stronger now. Now they reset. This last round saw a lot of tentativeness this last minute. We have 1 more minute to go in the second. We see the same. It is one tick more aggressive, yet Durham's got the arm of Marshall, but just pulls it right out. Sonoma still does not have an individual wrestling title. They have 2 more shots here and in the next matchup. They do have their best wrestler in the next matchup, so probably will get it there, but I thought they still had a shot at the SCL title. The Trojans squashed every and all hopes of that. You know, it's been that tentative last minute we saw in the last round. Neither player on the ground, just a lot of arm and head fighting. No real attack. 5 seconds left. And we will remain tied at the end of 2. At 2. So 2 more minutes to decide an SCL title here. A 197. It's Durham, Fernando Marshall. Both seniors, both experienced. Marshall will get out, does a good job. That was dangerous there. Durham got him to the ground. Marshall, a year into wrestling, he looks like you never know, he looks as equipped and ready for this moment as Durham, who certainly has done a lot more wrestling in his life than Marshall. But a year in, you work hard, it all pays off. Now for this moment, this one opportunity for fulfillment. Marshall gets out of it again. Again, if they are tied at the end of 3, we'd have another minute to decide if someone could come out a victor. And so on if it remained tied. The time period's pretty rare. Marshall to the legs. Oh, Durham gets away. Oh, so close for Marshall there. Wow. Well, there was some aggression there from Marshall. Durham slippery and slimy, able to escape. "39 seconds and still tied at 2. Every point, every touch, every moment vital now. Marshall try to get Durham down. Durham trying to counter, and they just both pull out again. Screaming and shouting on both sides. A large contingent for both Sonoma and Petaluma have made this long drive north. Marshall steps out, 14.1. It has been very tentative. Neither player's gonna give in. They both want that medal. It means so much, especially in some of their final matches. High school athletes representing that school. 3 seconds left. And that will do it for a normal 3 period. So we are gonna have overtime in this period, this match. And Marshall answering the call in overtime. An extra burst of energy. He gets up to the ground. And Fernando Marshall has done it. He's an SCL champion. Wow. It was as like a golden goal in soccer, 1 point, and that was it. And Marshall gets up to the ground. This place is going nuts. Maybe the loudest cheer of the afternoon. What a moment by Marshall. As if he was ready, an extra surge once he got to that overtime period. And a huge surge to get Durham to the ground, who was shocked into. My bad, I said that Carly was in one of the third place match. Actually, it had not happened yet. So he's gonna have his third place match, while on the other side, Tyler Winslow of Sonoma is going up against Novella of Healdsburg, who won. And DeCarly needs this to get to NCS for the first time in his high school wrestling career. And a great job by DeCarly to get on top early here. He is facing a prospector by the name of Ethan Scott, who lost to Winslow. So 2 early points there on the takedown for DeCarly. Junior, also the center on the football team. On the other side, Winslow is mauling his opponent. He's just gotten the pin, and it was easy. There's a realization. Tyler Winslow was third in NCS, made it to state last year. He's one of the better wrestlers here, an easy victory for him. So have the final heavyweight with Derek Honey coming up on that mat. Well, Daniel DeCarly up 2-0 with 15 seconds left here in this third place match, trying to go to the championship. So close to finishing Scott off, but only 3 seconds left in the round. And he got up with .3 on the clock. That's a buzzer beater for you folks. He didn't want to go any longer, turning and twisting, trying to get it. And Dana DeCarly is into his first NCS playoffs. No, he was disappointed to lose his semifinal match, but that's going to mean a lot for the junior that'll get to continue wrestling next weekend down in Hayward. We got one final match. Can the Trojans bring home 8? 8, yes, count them 8. SCL Wrestling individual titles along with the team title as well for back-to-back seasons. All that's left is the heavyweights. It is Derek Honey, the sophomore, and he takes on the top seed, Kevin Ruiz of Pioneer, trying to give Pioneer its lone first place. And Ruiz, a senior, he's really good. 11-2 on the air, and he's quickly got Honey down below. Honey 9 and, no, I'm sorry. Honey made NCS last year, finished third here, now at second. Quickly down 2-0 to Ruiz. And Ruiz trying to finish Honey off. He has.
Do you need a commentator?
I think we just finished.
Oh, he just got pinned?
Yeah, just got pinned. We're going to do interviews real soon, Mac. Yeah. Talking to Mac Shattuck, Derek Honey pinned. And Ruiz was just better there. And that is it. Petaluma High, varsity wrestling team, SCL champions. They win a remarkable 7 SCL individual titles. A couple special ones. Fernando Marshall, Crystal Oliveira, remarkable. The match of the afternoon had to be Colton Prieto's comeback victory, but multiple battles. Tony Vitale won one right before the buzzer. Daniel DeCarly with that exciting victory there. We're going to have the presentation of the banner in just a moment.
We are listening to the JV Awards as Brooklyn Shattuck has just been awarded her first place for JV in her weight class. It was Peter Pirelli's third, Colin Farrell second, as the medalists. Everyone getting a medal, the JV and varsity first places, all the individual awards, and then Petaluma will be announced. They're going to have to go through the official scores, I bet, to officially announce Petaluma as the varsity wrestling champion, but there's no doubt about it. They have absolutely done enough on this Saturday afternoon to get the victory. Let's continue to listen into the awards for JVers for 113 pounds.
In second place, Henry Gomez, Healdsburg. And your champion at 113 pounds, Logan Baby from Italy.
Trojan JV wrestlers certainly perform well tonight. You're going to get a lot of medals around the neck of them, so deep, as we mentioned during some of the JV matches. A very bright future for all of them as they look forward, and many will be on the varsity team winning titles as so many did in the years to come.
In third place, from Petaluma, Alyssa Archer. In second place, from Sonoma, Owen Brown. And in first place, from Pioneer, Sebastian Mendez.
Alyssa Archer, third place in that JV class. Hey, Mac. You're an SCL champion. What's the feeling right now?
It feels great, yeah. We're finishing off SCL.
Thanks, Mac. Dominic Butts wins the gold at 126 for JV. Special accomplishment for the junior, who just has the bad luck of being on a team that's too good that he doesn't have a space for him. But he'll be awarded the gold medal. We continue with JV awards. Stick around, we're gonna get interviews with some of the victors for Petaluma. Hogya finishing in second at JV.
Nicholas Tarka from Petaluma.
And I think they mixed it up. Hogya was first, Tarka was second, but it's all good. They'll fix the medals.
It was an error.
Yeah, so it's all right.
All right, and 146 pounds in third place, David Pacheco from Petaluma. In second place, Max Winslow, Petaluma. And in first place, Joe Yerian, Petaluma.
Joe Urian, first place.
Jack Santos, Petaluma. And in first place, Mario Zarco from Petaluma.
Mario Zarco, Jack Santos first and second in that one for JV. They wrestled each other for the championship, and Mario got the victory. Lots of medals. If I put them all to display, I think it would fill up for the Trojans how much bouillon they've taken home today in the final SCL title. All right, time for the first medal of 7 to be awarded to a Petaluma wrestler. Here's 122. Sidney Diaz was awarded the bronze at 115. We just missed that.
In second place, from Healdsburg, Caleb Johnson. And your Sonoma
Here's the first place.
champion at 122 pounds from Petaluma, Charlie Winter.
Charlie Winter, the junior, his first SCL championship. Has worked so hard for this moment. And now a gold medal, the man in the middle, on top of everything. A special moment for the junior Winter. It's going to be a busy night for the Trojans. Lots of celebration after this one, and you will have to turn around and keep on working for NCS because they got a lot of goals there too, and they want the team to make state. They want to be recognized now as a team really to contend with. That's what Coach Schlosser talks about. Not really respected at the NCS level.
They want to be now respected as a powerhouse at NCS. They are in the county, but can they get there? Team was 1-2 at the NCS duels last week. Here's another SCL champ, though. Max Shattuck, his first SCL Championship. It's another player, wrestler you're so happy to see on this. He expected it. He's been dominant this year. And none of his matches were even competitive. He was impressive. Connor Patterson, his first SCL League Championship. And boy, was he dominant. It was one of the funner matches to watch just because of his dominance. The best chance out of any Trojan to make it to state. They have a couple, but boy, he has been dominant. Should be likely the only seeded one at NCS next week. He has been so good. Liam O'Neill, the junior, another junior. Set for Fernando Marshall, who's a senior and will be gone next year. Every weight class winner, all 7 are juniors, and will all be back next year for Petaluma. And a smile of a champion on O'Neill's face. He could absolutely be a force at NCS next week. Might have been the best match of the afternoon. Prieto came back twice in the second round and in the third round to somehow beat Aguilar. Second straight year he's beat him, and he's a back-to-back SCL champion. He's battled through a lot of injuries, but he got close to state last year. This year feels much more realistic that he has a shot, especially if he shows the battle that he did today. Guggenhauer getting his silver medal. A little bit disappointing for the senior not to win it, but he still had a fantastic season. You still got that medal around the neck, and he'll get one last opportunity next week at the NCS playoffs. All top 3, so all these wrestlers that you're seeing standing up here, they all get to be at NCS next weekend. Tony Vitale, pretty dominant in his match. It looked like it might head to a second round, but Vitale got the pin right before the buzzer. He wins his first SCL League champion. And he has really blossomed into an outstanding player. He will be a force next week at NCS. Derek Pomi worked so hard for this moment. The heart and soul of the Trojans, their leader. And you know how much he wanted this and dreamed of this. An SCL League title. And he's got it now around his neck. A dominant victory. What a victory for Olvera out of nowhere this year. Surged onto varsity and shocked Hang to win the SCL title. Really had a remarkable strategy out there. Got defensive and held on. That's quite a smile. And he is an SCL champion. Who knows, the way he wrestled today, how far can he go in NCS?
And your champion at 197 pounds from Petaluma, Fernando Marshall.
In what I think was the biggest victory of the day for the Trojans, Marshall shocks Dunham, the defending league champion. His first year wrestling and his last as a senior. And he outclassed Dunham in a remarkable turnaround, was down early, turned it around. Really was an impressive victory for Marshall. And I think the loudest this place was when Marshall closed out his victory. Daniel DeCarly will get his bronze medal. That means he's headed to NCS next weekend.
Eric Honey gets the bronze. He was up against one of the best wrestlers in the county in Ruiz. But a strong performance for Honey. He did well last year in SCS. He's still only a sophomore, so he's got a lot of hope. But the magic moment of the banner being handed out is next. Team scores. Here's the magic moment. Here it is.
Second, with 164, Sonoma. The final Sonoma County League champion in history, with 283.5 points, Petaluma.
Petaluma Trojans are your league champions. Back to back. Raise the banner. I like to take the photo just for me. You gotta scoot back, scoot back.
Hey! If it is me! Stop to me! It's me! Stop to me! It's me! Stop to me! 1, 2, 3! Take down, dominate men! Hey, put it tight up, boys! Give it a tight!
There they are, an SCL back-to-back champions. We are here with SCL back-to-back league champion, Colton Prieto. You had a remarkable match. You came back 2 times. How are you able to pull it out?
I'm just really into throws, and that's what I've just been doing. I've just been working on that, and I just threw my kid, and that's what I do.
You had a pretty rough injury, hurt your hand pretty bad. We're out for over a month. How were you able to fight through your injury?
I just kind of kept practicing in practice. I couldn't really go live, but I just kept working on my moves, even though my hand was broken. But yeah.
Back-to-back SCL titles for the team. What does this moment mean for Petaluma Wrestling?
It's a great feeling. Like this team has been together since 7th grade, and we've just been working hard. And this is just great to have 2 pens.
Guys are completely dominant here. Now you have a step up next week at NCS. How do you guys get more successful there from last year?
We just keep working hard and practice. That's all we can do.
How have these moments and these celebrations and this dominance help wrestling grow, help the sport become more popular, especially because numbers are so important in wrestling?
I just feel like it's just our team is just bringing in more people, and it's just like everybody likes our environment.
Thank you so much, Colton. All right, we are here with Fernando Marshall and Chris Oliveira, 2 more SCL league champions. And I don't know if at the beginning of the year, you 2 were the people that thought would be having the gold medals around their necks in this weight class. How did you guys get to this moment?
A lot of hard work and practice.
Every day. Practice every day.
Eat a lot.
And Chris, you had a really interesting match. You got out early, and then you were on a really defensive side in the 3rd round, but were just able to hold on defensively. How was your conditioning so important there, and what was the key to just being able to hold on and take home an unexpected title?
Well, the conditioning is a big role, because if I didn't condition, I'd be too tired to win. Yeah.
And Fernando, this was your first year in wrestling. How much did you improve over the course of the year, and did you ever expect that you could get to this moment in just 1 year in wrestling your senior year?
I never expected to get this far. I knew how the kid was gonna wrestle, so I just had to wrestle smart.
You guys seem like you're so tight of a team. You all get along so well. How important is the chemistry and bond on this team?
Huge. It's very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
How does that motivate you guys as wrestlers?
Well, just hearing your teammates on the side, just cheering you on, makes you want
Just
to
hearing
work
how
harder.
bad they want you to win and how hard you practiced.
Thank you guys so much. We are here with Connor Patterson and Max Shattuck. Guys are SCL champions. What was that moment when your hand was raised on the mat to cheers and you get the gold medal around your neck?
Feels great knowing that I'm going out as the final SCL league champion. That's lit.
First time for me, but many more. Vine Valley League champs now.
Woo! And how do you work so hard? You're out there weight training. Wrestling's one of the most demanding sports, especially work-wise in the weight room. How do you guys keep this moment in the back of your heads to motivate you guys?
Well, I mean, we're all working for a goal, and cutting weight blows, but you know, this is what we're working for. So
we all motivate each other in the room. So we put in work.
Now you guys are also league back-to-back champions. What's more important to you, the individual championship or the team?
Definitely the team.
Yeah, definitely the team. Because everyone goes out and they all put hard work in, and some of them don't even get to show like what they are. But the JV and then everyone working in the room, it's all reflecting on the team as a whole. So that win is a lot more important.
You guys got 7 gold medals, including Chris Oliveira, Fernando Marshall. I think some upsets, especially as 2 leaders on the team. Were you guys expecting some of those, and how proud of you are those guys for pulling through?
I was really proud, and I know we had a rough week last weekend, and I think we talked it out, and everyone came in with a different mindset last week, and we all came out, and they were all ready to compete for this week. So it was a big turning point.
It was really unexpected how Chris and Fernando really pulled through and finished their matches strong, and it showed.
And now you get another chance at the NCS playoffs next week in the individual, especially for you, Connor. You have really high expectations going into that one. How do you guys prove yourself next week as a team that belongs now at NCS?
Well, yeah, we definitely are viewed as a lesser team and the whole section as a whole. But, I mean, we all just got to go out and wrestle like we did this week and just keep working this week, during this whole next week, and then go out to James Logan and show them what we're made of.
Yeah. They don't know us, and that's fine. They're going to.
Here with the head coach of the Trojans, Paul Schlosser. Guys are back-to-back SCL champions. What did this whole moment and day feel like for you?
It all started day one when we walked in the room. We were returning league champs now. Beginning of the year, we told the kids it's going to be really hard to become league champs. Last time we were league champs was back-to-back was 2001, 2002, so it's a long time, and it all came down to them and what they're doing and the preparation for the whole year. I really felt for the kids that were not able to wrestle varsity this week. Wrestle-offs were some of the hardest things to see this week, not even today. So having these kids step up, I have kids that never been league champs before come out and do really well. My team, the team that I get to coach, did all the work. I just got to help them.
Yeah, speaking of kids that maybe broke out, Chris Oliveira and Fernando Marshall, would you have thought at the beginning of the year that they would be league champs, and how did they get there?
For Chris Oliveira, he's a returning wrestler, and last year he had so much potential. And at the weight he came in at, he was an upper weight, and I'm like, yeah, in our league he could. As long as he sticks with the momentum and he wrestles tough like I know he can, he'll be fine. Fernando, I mean, his father wrestled for us. Having him this year, this was awesome. No, I did not expect Fernando to be one of those guys to come in and be a league champ right away. I thought he could place top 3, but going into league finals and taking down the returning league champ to win it, that was awesome.
No, last week was a rough week for you guys. What did this say to the wrestling community about your guys' complete domination here today, and how do you continue that momentum next weekend at James Logan?
From last week, I can actually say it was actually what we needed for this weekend. Our loss to Fortuna came down to 1 match. All of our kids were kind of stunned. We were hoping to go for 3rd. We all looked at each other, and the team captains did all the talking. I didn't have to. I walked out there and I go, remember this feeling for next weekend. We don't want to feel like that ever again. And those kids came out this week, and they're ready to go. I mean, how do we carry it forward? Carrying it forward is all going to come down to how we prepared all year. And a lot of these kids doing 2-day tournaments, doing tournaments where you're going to see some of the best kids in the state. That's how we prepare. So, again, we've been preparing for this all year. It isn't like we're going in there not knowing what to expect. We've seen some of these kids already, so we're ready to go.
Finally, how important is that chemistry and leadership you guys have from your captains, and the whole team really feels like they bonded together?
The coaches, like I said, we just we're just the passengers to this ride. Yeah. Team captains are the ones driving it, because if you have ownership in the room, any room, basketball, football, any sport, the ownership needs to come from the team captains. They can listen to the coaches as much as they want, but when you have your peers talking to you and them owning the room, it means a lot more.
Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
That was head coach Schlosser after the team back-to-back SCL titles, and they win 7 individual gold medals, way more than last season. It was complete dominance today. It was clear in the JV matches and the varsity matches throughout who was boss here, who was clearly an elite wrestling program, and everyone else. Sonoma turned out finishing second, but it was a very distant second. Final scores you can get on Tuesday morning on our Trojan Live show, but it was dominance from everyone, and congratulations to the 7 individual winners, really everyone on the team, pushing everyone. And last weekend was disappointment. We didn't mention it during the broadcast, but they win 1 and 2 in NCS duels. They lost to powerhouse Windsor, which wasn't a surprise, but then a really shocking loss to Fortuna that otherwise, if they had won, that would have gone them to the 3rd place game. They used that momentum. They really looked motivated. There was some remarkable comeback victories with Colin Prieto, Tony Vitale, and some remarkable unexpected victories from Chris Oliveira and Fernando Marshall, and that is really what it's all about. It was a lot of fun to see. It was a lot of fun to cover. You can always go back here and watch all of the wrestling highlights and watch all the wrestling coverage our entire season. It's been a lot of fun covering the wrestling team this year. We hope to do more next year. They are officially a powerhouse, back-to-back titles. It is absolutely a dynasty that they have built, coronated here tonight in Healdsburg. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Griffin Epstein. So long from Healdsburg, the Petaluma Varsity Wrestling team, back-to-back SCL titles.